of making a ziggurat. It's a step-sided pyramid similar to this one here that I made. That's sort of a request. So we've glued our pieces together. I glued an extra ½ inch piece in here, which I'm sort of carving into snakes. Set it here and try to give you a little bit closer view of it. Okay, on the back side, I've tried to take their tails and intertwine them slightly, and then on the sides they just kind of go along sides with the head on the end. Okay. And yes, I did cut this little section out between the stairs and the top of the head there. Okay, they're pretty rough right now. Now to smooth this stuff, sandpaper works really good, okay? And actually sandpaper will take it down quite a bit. So, just take your sandpaper and fold it into a nice little point, and then you can get into certain spots, and it'll smooth it up quite nice, okay? On the top of this one here, I'm going to kind of carve it into an altar. I'm going to have sort of bloodletting lines going down the side and stuff like that, okay? Yeah, now the stairs, they're not actually perfect, okay, but then we're carving this sort of out of stone, okay? If you do want really nice, perfect stairs carved into yours, they're all the same size, you can use that foam board and then stack it up layer by layer, or some sort of cardboard. Kind of like this, like glue down each layer and glue them down exactly sort of a ½ inch away from each other, so that you have a nice piece of stairs, okay? And then, make them all, I don't know, 1 inch wide or something like that. And then on your pyramid or whatever it is that you want to put your stairs on, just cut this as a nice groove. Take your file and make it a nice ramp type groove, and take your stairs and just glue them all in as one piece, okay? You can do the same thing on a chunk of styrofoam. Take your knife and try to make nice little stairs in there, all perfect size. And once you got a nice one, that's exactly 1 inch. Carve this down 1 inch, and just stick it in. It will look really good. In our case, this will be fine. I never want to go over 10 minutes on this stuff. Okay, making our bricks on our ziggurat now. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but okay, this is sort of similar to the other one. Okay, what we're going to do now is do the brickwork on the sides and stuff, okay? So basically on this, it's not that hard, okay, and I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit. You take your knife, okay, and in this case here I'm going to go pretty much in the middle. Okay, make your one line and then go over it with a pencil, and you can see it kind of makes your nice little grout line, okay? Now on spots where you've got, marks already on your piece of styrofoam, try to make your brick lines there, and then it'll hide those, okay? So in this case I'm going to make them about 1 inch wide. Now if you get to a spot where you can't use it, you can always, have it so that it's a piece of chipped, brick. You can, detail it, or you can just fill that in with plaster, okay? Either or, it all depends on how fussy you are. I'm going to have these somewhat off shape. They're not all going to be the same size. See that? Oh yeah. Okay. And then on the side here, I'm just going to kind of go halfway up the left. This is a 1 inch piece of foam here that I'm using. It's usually better if you make your line there, then you can, how far to go cut down with your knife. Otherwise, sometimes you go too far, and then it's kind of easy sometimes to go down too far with your pencil. So just make these cuts here, and these ones I'm going to make, the bottom ones I'm making in between the other ones. And go over those with your pencil. Okay, now see, we got first layer of bricks here. Now, if you want to have them sort of look a little bit more realistic, take a block of wood or a rock, a nice, you know, sort of detailed rock, and you can press in, you know, either the pattern of the rock, or in this case here what I'm doing is I'm just kind of pressing in the brick a little bit in spots. Okay, I'm going to do that along the top edge of this one. Okay, and maybe on this one here a little bit. I'm going to do it on a bunch of them here. Okay, and you can also press down on the top. Let's see if you can see there. Okay, you can press down on the top. That way you have them sort of off kilter there a little bit. It's kind of hard to see, but they're makes the bricks shifted slightly, you know, so that they're not all just perfect. Makes it look a little bit more realistic after you've added your goop and detailing and stuff. And the rock patterns, when you're pushing in a rock in there, it'll make nice little lines. If you don't have it, you can, you know, do stuff like this, do striations, you know, and have them all going, you know, one way. If you're doing a whole rock wall that you want it to look like it's been carved out of rock, do those striations all the way down across your detail, across your pillar and stuff. It'll look really good. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to carry on and I'm going to do this all the way around, and I'm also going to do that on the snake here. I'm going to make it so it looks like he was put together with rocks that are about, you know, 1 inch square, the same as these ones. Okay, and when I get that done, we'll take a look at it and maybe goop it.